Hi, if you hear noises in the background, I'm sorry. I need noises in order to concentrate. Or my mouse clicking. Anyways, hi. I don't have an intro. It's been a while. It's been so long, in fact. I've changed the way I've drawn Lottie since the collab with Max. As you can tell, I don't even look like this. Why? Wow, these are weird. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. So I am an autistic person, if you did not know. And today we're talking about an autistic character that you might not know about, but that's just relatively because apparently Archie disabled characters in particular, relatively obscure.
Harper is the first Archie Comics friend with a disability.
Harper is the first Archie Comics friend with a disability.
Line. But this one in particular has a few issues and why she's hard to find and let alone talk about, as she's not technically canon. This is Scarlet Salty, a creation of Nancy Silverclay. And if you know anything about Archie's history, or you watched that Nerd Sync video, you might know who I'm talking about with Nancy Silverclay. Now this video is not a deep dive. We're talking more about Scarlet than, say, stupid things that happened.
She allegedly stormed into a meeting, pointed at each attendee, and yelled, "Penis, penis, penis, penis," and then walked out.
They're still all allegations, but to quote Fernando Ruz, who was the artist behind Scarlet, well, I'll just put it on the thing, I can't remember time. Yeah. Anyways, although I do like having an official autistic Archie character because it's in the comics, as it makes my existence feel worthwhile. Oh, that's a bad joke. I don't know how I feel about her, as it could very well that she is a perfectly fine autistic character. I doubt, because they asked parents instead of actual autistic people, but especially, well, they asked a child, which you want teenage autistic opinions, ask a teenager autistic person, bang, bang, boom. Especially the fact that Scarlet seems to be only purposely made to be a shield for being kind, being nice, and blah da da blah. Don't bully and shit. As a former teacher, that makes sense, but still. Now, from when they're little, I picked up from Fernando Ruz's blog. She's certainly there, and she's apparently been friends with Archie and the gang since little Archie times, which Fernando was excited to draw them again because he likes drawing them. But she definitely has the energy of the little 7-year-old boy who has autism you saw once on the bus and never again. And not to mention, it's just very clear that they didn't get any disabled people on stays on the team. This is apparent by the fact that there's a fucking issue about metal straws and how inventory friendly they are, and not the fact, that's fucking ableist shit, because, well, let's just say, what's her name? I drew her recently. Anita, who is less movable than Harper in her wheelchair. What if she needs, a straw because she can't lift up the glass because it's too heavy, and bing bang boom, Pop only uses metal straws, and they're all dirty because she'll just had a binge attack. There's more articles that can explain it better, I don't know. We're talking about autism, we're not talking about this stupid fucking straw issue. Even though, just looking at it, it is ableist. But we're talking about Scarlet. Anyways, if you didn't know, I have this project I have on my Tumblr. It's called Riverdale Yearbook. And I basically redesign a lot of Archie characters. And a fear that I have in my brain that I have luckily, due to its relatively obscurity, is people are going to claim I am fixing characters, and I am saying to that, no, I'm just drawing them in a separate way or trying to give them new life in a new way. And I'm actually like more inspired by like Fiona Staples. There we are. In her comics, she played around with skin tones of the Riverdalians. Sure, let's go with that. So that's what I'm doing. But if there was ever one that would claim that I am fixing, that would be Scarlet. As I've said, I don't like the way my little boy, 7-year-old, who's the only autistic person you've met, and you only met them once. That's what Scarlet feels to me. From what little I've been able to collect from her, Scarlet's not technically an official character, and I have no idea if their comics are even going. Friend of Bruce hasn't published anything about it. He's basically our main source, because after the first comic, basically everyone who had wrote an article about it basically dropped it. But so I've decided to change some things about her just because I'm an autistic person and I want to give some of my personal views. I've talked about her with another autistic person, my bestie Ray, or a walking fandom reference, and us together have altered her to be less of that stereotypical child type, because she's not a child, she's a teenager. That's a category of autism that I feel also needs some representation. But from the panels I've seen of this comic, Scarlet talks in a matter of fashion where she won't get her full point across, like the way she's introduced in the press photo, which I saw that and I thought it was a good opportunity to make her use an AAC tablet. I think I'm using the right acronym here. It would just be a good factor for fucking everyone. I'm sorry. I've also tried to move her outside of we've known her since childhood, because that doesn't make sense. She's now one of the kids who was supposed to go to Pine Point before it shut down, and she's like friends with Chunk, because I really like that dynamic, even though they have no canon interaction, which sucks. I've also made her interest, based on the pictures I've seen, Lego and architecture, as she's seen drawing things she likes and like making model, and one of the flashbacks is her building something. She probably has some of those really expensive, really cool master builders things where like you can build the Eiffel Tower or like some sort of cool architectural design, and she like loves to put those together, and she gets really frustrated when something knocks it over and it shatters like so many of us. And also, in the last Scarlet comic, or the last one in the public's eye, Scarlet goes to London for whatever fucking reason. She is seen, like, being startled by paparazzi that Veronica pulls up by. But, yeah, flashing lights upset her, that's what I was trying to pull up. She seems to stem with a cola, especially if it's old, which I am impressed she knows a cola from what's probably is like a decade at that point. But aside from that, she's just hyperactive. I don't know how long this video is, so you might see body popping in and out. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted.